Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my get to know me video, which also doubles as my first get ready with me video. Basically, what are we doing today? I'm going to be answering some get to know me YouTuber tag questions while I get ready, aka do my makeup. I was actually supposed to film this on a day when I was going to go out, but there's no difference really if I was stepping out or not. I'm going to get my makeup done. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. I have about 35 get to know me tag questions all listed on my phone right here, and I'm just going to answer them. Let's get started. The first question here says, what is your full name? Well, my full name is Natolagbe Ogini. My channel is named after me. Number 2, what is your favorite drink? My favorite drink right now is water. I drink a lot of water. In June, I started to drink 2 liters of water every day. It was actually inspired by a skin issue. I was breaking out a whole freaking lot in that period. And one of the changes that I made to my life was trying to hydrate from within. I'm not even kidding right now. I think that I started to see some improvement to that problem when I started to drink water. But also on the day that I started drinking water, I also started a new skincare regimen, so you never know. That said, 2 liters of water every day brought about a very weird thing for me that I don't even know if I want to talk about in this video. Something that has to do with the female anatomy. Yeah, just know that if you drink more water, your period quantity can actually increase. So that's it for me. About a year ago or 2 years ago, it was my ambition to make myself a connoisseur of wines. I'm sure I would have jumped to say wine is my favorite drink in this video, but I had a very bad experience. Honestly, like, it's something that people go through all the time, bad experience. But I, for one, did not like the experience, and it traumatized me a little. And ever since then, I've not been able to drink wine again. Whenever I try to drink it, I'm just not able to. The smell just takes me back to that day. So that's it. Okay, so let me finish up my brows before I answer the next question. Otherwise, I'm going to spend the whole day here. So I went off camera to complete my brows. The next question here says, what are your favorite songs or albums at the moment? Ariana Grande, 7 Rings is definitely a song that I listen to a lot at the moment. Selena Gomez's is one of my favorite albums of the past 1 year. One thing about me, if I like an album, I'm going to listen to it repeatedly for months on end. Olivia Rodrigo's Driver's License. This is Zaron's XOXO Sheer Tint Powder. You're going to find that I actually use a lot of Zaron products, not intentionally. I had an episode where I think I visited Casabella and I ended up buying, this was like 2 years ago, I ended up buying a good number of Zaron products, and then I liked them. So I started to, gravitate towards them. And one thing about Zaron is they have availability. My palette is also from there. This is a very old palette that's like 2 years old now. This is their Zaron Nude Eyeshadow Palette in Earth. I do nude makeup like almost 100% of the time. So back to my questions. My favorite gospel album right now is Old Basement by Elevation Worship. I love that album. It's just an album about, hope and love and faith and grace and all of the good things that God is about, really. And I listen to that a lot as well. Another favorite song of mine is definitely Girl, I Just Want Me We Rock. Girl, I Just Want Me We Vibe. Girl, I Just... Any Nigerian song with 40 plus vibes. Even if I've not listened to it before and it is 40 plus vibes, you can automatically count me in. I want that relaxed, we're rich, we don't shout here, there's just money, we travel all the time kind of vibe. Like, that's what they literally give, and I'm here for it. Have you participated in any sports? I'm very, very bad at sports. I remember when I was in my secondary school and they said we should come and run. And they paired me with like this 4 other girls. 3 of them were actually on the chubby side and 2 of us were slim, and I still came 4th. And No, it's not that my sport has now improved. Like, oh, it's been some years. Maybe you've worked out and all of that. I try to exercise every now and then. I do genuinely believe in keeping fit and stuff. But the question says, have you participated in any sports? And the answer is no. So, moving on. What is your favorite book? Okay. My favorite fictional book is definitely Harry Potter. I read the entire book series 10 years ago and I loved it. I loved it so much. On non-fictional books, I don't even know what my favorite book is, to be honest. I know that in the past 1 year or so, I dosed on inspirational content a whole lot, to the point that it wasn't even positive anymore, because these books are all about get up and do it and do this and do that, and sometimes you just cannot get up and do it. Like, you're tired. I am genuinely tired, or I don't even have time and all of that. But these books are always all about trying to model your life in some sort of way. And at some point I just told myself, what do I really need to make it in this life? I need aspirations, I need goals, I need discipline, I need faith. Do I have those? The answer is yes. So let's inspirational content sit down in one corner. I'm not saying that they're all bad. Honestly, I feel like I read them all. The 4-Hour Work Week, You're Badass at Making Money, Think and Grow Rich. So many of those books. The Millionaire Next Door. All in the space of just the past 1 year. I think I'm more interested right now in reading books that contain, actual education and facts about things that I'm curious about. What is your favorite color? I don't have a favorite color, largely because some things are, if I say, for instance, now, my favorite color is blue. A dress might just not look so good in blue and actually look good in red, a particular design. So I don't have a favorite color, but just so I can answer this question, I would say black, because I think I gravitate towards black a whole lot, actually. There was a time when I had to consciously tell myself, you are going to wear more color. This is Zaron Wing 4-in-1 mascara. Next question here says, what is your favorite animal? I know it's not sexy to do this, but this is really how we do it in real life. So my favorite animal is definitely a dog. I grew up around dogs. I love dogs. I don't play with strangers' dogs because I don't want anything to come and bite me. But I do genuinely appreciate dogs, and I cannot wait to own my own dogs. But in addition to dogs, thanks to TikTok and Instagram, I've grown to love other animals as well. And one of them is a cat. TikTok seems to recognize that I love animals, and so it started, suggesting cat videos to me. Oh my goodness, cats are amazing. They're cool, they're calm, they're collected, they have their own life, they feel entitled to love and being treated with just compassion and care, and they don't even play with you all the time. Yeah, but I still prefer dogs. I still think dogs are the coolest. They're very emotional and they come to recognize and love and cherish you as a friend. The third category is unexpected, and it's actually rabbits. I have loved rabbits so much that I've been this close to buying them, and the only reason why I did not is because I am the focus of love in my life right now, not animals. Until I discovered this Instagram page, I would not have, thought about rabbits as ideal pets or anything, but they're actually very cool. I don't remember the page anymore. What they do is they sell rabbits, so they upload all those cute pictures of the rabbits doing cute things and just being amazing and lovable. This foundation is one of the very few things that are not Zaron on my list today, and it is Maybelline Super Stay Foundation. So rabbits definitely are my third category of favorite animals. Have you been out of the country? I have. The only time I've been out of the country was when I worked in my former office and we were taken by road to Ghana and Togo and I think Benin Republic. It was actually a very nice trip. There was a road trip and it was long and stressful, but it was a trip that we took as a group. There were probably 30 of us, and it was actually so much fun. Do you speak any different languages? I speak Yoruba and I speak Pidgin, that's all. There was time I desired to know Spanish because it's just cool to have, this other foreign sort of language that you speak. But I don't think that I was disciplined or dedicated enough to the goal. And I don't think that my why was strong enough to have kept me glued to it. Because then I would just download Duolingo app and I would listen to it. I would take some daily lessons sometimes. Sometimes I would skip them. But ultimately, I did not have opportunities around me to speak Spanish with the natives. I could have done that by watching movies, but like I said, I was not dedicated enough. If you're wondering when I did the eyeliner thing, my camera died and I did not know. Do you have any siblings? I have 2 sisters and 2 brothers. Yeah. Next question says, did you like school? This is Zaron Perfect Finish Set and Spray. I'm going to spray. So, did I like school? I liked academics. The time is 5:05 p.m. in the evening, so all the cocks outside on the street, they feel responsible to crow right now. And this is how they ruin my videos. I'll try to keep quiet when they're crowing, which is like all the time. I liked academics, but I did not like school. I did not like the environment. It just left a lot to be desired, really. By the way, if you're wondering, I attended Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, where I bagged a degree in pure and applied chemistry. The next question says, where did you school? And I already answered that. Next question, who are some of your favorite YouTubers? Oh my god, I could go off on this. There's Dimma Ume. She's literally the pioneer of beauty content and beauty influencing in Nigeria. If you're a Nigerian woman in your 20s and you wear makeup, you probably learned a great deal from Dimma Ume. So definitely Dimma. My favorite YouTubers right now, Kelechi Mgbemina, Kamsin Namani. I like Isaiah Fosudo, especially for his recent Finance Friday content. Have I mentioned Patricia Bryce, Jackie? I know. There are some YouTubers that I've discovered recently who just make video essays about social issues. Some of them are Madison Brown, Tiffany Ferg. There is a genre of commentary YouTubers, Joe Gooding. I don't know, I have so many names, but I'm not even remembering them right now. And in sewing, I like with Wendy's content, with Wendy. She's, I believe, Canadian YouTuber who sews on her channel. And when it comes to YouTube advice and YouTube tips, I love Catherine Manning. I watch her content a whole lot because she really infuses it with personality and with a personal story, and she just makes herself, relatable. And I think that that's something that is aspirational. I don't know. So that's all I can remember right now. Next question, what is your favorite movie? My favorite movie would be... What is your favorite movie? Okay. I remember a movie I genuinely enjoyed and that I would watch again, because it's extremely rare for me to rewatch something. So if I can watch it again, I think it's definitely a favorite, and that would be A Star Is Born. This movie that Lady Gaga and this other guy starred in. I thought it was an amazing movie. It is a tragedy, but I think it was one movie that definitely opened my eyes to how alcohol can deal with a person. Like someone who is addicted to alcohol can literally tear down something that they've built with their own hands. Now that I think about it, I'm not even sure if it was fiction or imagined, but whatever it is that show was, it showed me how poorly and how badly addiction can deal with the person. But it also showed us good music. I think that the songs were very lovely songs, and they all deserved all the awards that they got. My next question says, what are some of your favorite TV shows? Thank you for asking. GOT is my all-time favorite show, and I know that they did not end it as well as they could have, but GOT is definitely, it will always be a favorite show in my, I'm a stan. I remember when the final season was, when they were just doing it anyhow, And at lunch, I'll be with my friends, and people will bring it up and they'll be like, why did they do that? And I'll be like, no, 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 no. And I'll be defending it with all my heart and all my soul. And I'll be like, nope, this is why Ariana Grande was... Sorry, I can't believe I just said Ariana Grande. This is why Arya Stark was most suited to killing the Night King. And I would give them those points, even when I knew deep down within me that this show is flopping. But you stand up for your friends. And GOT was my friend. And GOT was let me not get too emotional about it, but I do remember that at a time when life was not very certain. I mean, when is life ever certain? Let's be serious. At a time when life was not very certain, GOT was my companion. So, okay, enough. GOT is my favorite. Then there are some Netflix shows that I've watched in recent months that I think definitely deserve to be mentioned, and that I think that they were so amazing, and I think some of them don't even get the recognition that they deserve. One of them is The Haunting of Bly Manor. The Haunting of Bly Manor is a horror show that manages to also be cute at the same time. It's a show about family, about love. It's not just horror. Like, people are not just scaring you from dark corners, although there is that, but in an underplayed way. I mean, it's still definitely creepy. There are dead people who are moving. There are literally rotting dead people who are moving. That's scary. But inside of it, they've also twisted, love and loyalty and dedication and, passion, in fact. I feel like it's a great show. The Queen's Gambit. The Queen's Gambit is a show that I love, definitely. But there's something about it. Most shows tend to have 2-3 different stories simultaneously happening, and then they link them together somehow. But The Queen's Gambit is just about one person. It just follows this one person throughout her entire life. And it shows that you don't have to have multiple storylines in order to have a compelling story. You can entertain people. I don't know why I talk about storylines, really. I'm not a writer, I'm not a producer, I'm not a director. But it showed us that you can compel people by just following one person throughout her life. Never, ever, ever branching off to talk about someone else or something else, and still keeping your audience good and entertained and invested. So that's it for me. Next question says, TV shows you don't like. Definitely How to Get Away with Murder. I think that How to Get Away with Murder is too convoluted. Talk about a plot twist and a plot twist and a plot twist. I think I stopped watching in season 3. I just got tired. I feel the need to mention that I love the producer of the show. I love Shonda Rhimes. I think she's an amazing, talented woman. But I don't think that How to Get Away with Murder is all that. Maybe it was I watched up to season 3, and I think it was in season 3 that I started to get confused and even angry. I think that great shows have a very nice blend of realistic and unrealistic, like totally fictional. But this story was seriously pushing the unrealistic. It was really pushing the cap. Like, for me, I don't like that. And because of that, it's one of my least favorite shows. So, PC or Mac? I use a PC, and I have to admit that I'm aspiring to a Mac, largely because I'm at a stage where I do, in fact, need a more powerful system. And, why not a Mac? Next question, how tall are you? I'm 5'7". Are you named after someone? If yes, then after whom? I'm named after my paternal grandmother. Apparently, when I was born, they thought I looked like her. And in deciding the name, they just thought, why not just name her after Mama? It was somebody's genius idea that was well accepted. I genuinely like my name, so I'm not mad. It's okay. My favorite social media is YouTube. It's not only because I have a YouTube channel. I like the idea of long form video content. Definitely short form video content has its place as well. But I don't know, YouTube can literally just be, like a secondary TV in your life. I'm not the biggest fan of Instagram. I think that I'm one of those people who have definitely felt some form of insecurity based on Instagram. Of course, I'm not saying people should stop posting so I can feel better. I'd never say that. but just, admitting that I think it's a platform that can breed low self-esteem or affect people's mental health as you constantly compare yourself to other people. But one thing we must all always remember is that people are posting their highlight reels. They're not posting their problems. If you remember that all the time, you should be fine. And maybe their life is that beautiful, really. It's fine as well. Fingers are not equal. It's okay. We accept it. We can live with it. We can hope for the best for ourselves. If you were another person, would you be a friend of yourself? I would definitely be a friend of myself. I like myself. And I don't just mean that in the cliche way that we're supposed to. I like how I think. I like how I behave. I like my perspectives. And I like the fact that I mind my business a lot. I think I would want to be friends with myself. What's the first thing you notice about people? Of course, their appearance. Like, am I going to notice their intellect until I've spoken to them? Especially if they have like a very unique appearance. Maybe they have super pink lips, or they have a shape of head that's not common, or just something like that. I think definitely their appearance. 3 things that make you happy. Money. I know it's cliched, but it's true. Money solves all problems. Money would make me happy. Food makes me happy. This is something that I only just began to realize in the past few months, but food is definitely something that can take me from 0 to 10. And generally, I think I just like new stuff. I like having new things. I like wanting things and having them. And even if I don't want them, if I never knew I needed them, I like to open new packages. How would you describe your fashion sense? I think it's evolving. I think it's feminine. And I think it's classy, if I do say so myself. Tell us one of your bad habits. Yeah, I'd say something that's not too bad. When you're going for interviews and you're reading blogs like how to answer interview questions, and they ask you what are your weaknesses, and you say, my weakness is working too hard. I don't know when to stop. Okay, but this is going to be a real weakness. My bad habit is that I have a poor texting culture. I tend to overthink my texts and therefore not respond to them ASAP. Maybe after like 24 hours of not responding to a text that I ought to have responded to 24 hours ago, or at most maybe 20 hours ago or something. So eventually I just, tiptoe out of the room and I don't reply the text at all any longer. None of us is perfect. That's my own imperfection. 3 things that upset you. Oh. I have very low tolerance for unsolicited advice. Unfortunately, I've been a victim of this far too many times. Generally, older people in our culture think that they have the right or the ground to come to meet you and be like, it's because I see you as my sister. No. I know my sisters and my sisters know me. And honestly, your true sister does not have to give a disclaimer of, it's because you're my sister. No. In fact, when they say such things, you know that they're about to erode your privacy. You know that they're about to say something that's not their place. I think as a general rule of thumb, if you're wondering, is this my place to say? Is it not? I think that is definitely your cue to shut up and go find something else to do. That said, I'm not saying that there is entirely no place for sharing positive criticism when you feel like you should share them. It's just that it is so extremely prevalent, and let's face it, the meanest of comments are said under the guise of positive criticism. What I know is that when you deliver positive criticism, the person you have spoken to does not feel like they've been talked down on, condescended upon. Positive criticism should feel uplifting, like, yeah, you've done something that you could have done better, but the person is not mistaken about your intentions. A lot of people just want to deliver malicious opinions, unhelpful, negative thoughts under the guise of, I'm just trying to help here. Don't help me, go and help your family members. Deflecting responsibilities. Unfortunately, I have a very recent example of this, and people need to do better. The third thing that I hate would be lies. I think I would just say unprovoked lies. Of course, I like lies in general. I would like to know the truth. Well, maybe not all the time. I have to stop talking when I'm doing my lashes because I have no talent in this regard. It's not fully dried yet. Hopefully it doesn't come off when it is fully dried. Introvert or extrovert? Definitely introvert. Do you consider yourself a good cook? I honestly think that I am a good cook, and I also think I'm a curious cook. Like, I'm someone who likes to try new recipes. I would legit go shopping for new spices. There was a time in my life when I actually had a cookery book to make new recipes. I think that that's an episode that I am fully willing to revitalize. If money were no object, what would you get for your next birthday? If money were no object, I would get maybe a Western country citizenship. Definitely that, actually. This is Zaron lip liner pencil in cappuccino. What's your favorite gadget? Oh my god. Hold on. This 50,000 mAh power bank is my favorite gadget. I cannot tell you how many times this has saved my life. It charges my laptop to about 170%. I usually am able to have solved my lighting problem before the laptop can finally go off. But yeah, it's so powerful, and it charges my phone or my MiFi an innumerable number of times. So that is my favorite gadget. Zaron should sponsor me. I use so much Zaron. This is Zaron matte lipstick in Fierce 01. This is Flawless lip gloss. I've had this lip gloss since before I moved to Lagos in 2018. So, I mean, Flawless is not a... Unfortunately, I don't know where you can get it. Just go to the market and look for Flawless lip gloss. The last question here says, who is your favorite artist? And probably Rihanna. I think all these favorite questions just want you to say one thing, and that makes it very difficult. But I think I love Rihanna. I've always loved her, and I've respected her in the past few years when she started Fenty Beauty, delved into business. I think that sometimes I imagine that even people around her, I mean, besides her fans who are always in her comments being like, sis, give us new music, give us new music. And even people around her would have been like, you need to make new music, like you're an artist, you need to be singing. And she refused to sing. And she said, I'm just going to be a businesswoman for now. And I know that maybe I'm oversimplifying it, and maybe I'm assuming too many things, but I like how she totally reinvented herself, how she totally changed how she's perceived in the world and changed her persona as well. And I think that that is totally admirable. And I think that's something we need to be teaching our children. Okay? So Rihanna is definitely that artist that is my favorite right now, and there are indeed some Rihanna songs that I like. My favorite of her song would be Stay with Mickey Echo, and very recently I've grown to love Mother Mary, Love Without Tragedy. So that's it for me. Press it in. Press it in. So I hope I've answered some of your pressing questions. I know nobody asked. Allow me to bask in the thoughts that maybe you did, okay? I hope that you found this content enjoyable. Let me know what you think in the comments about some of the answers that I gave. Do you have contrary responses? Thank you so much for watching to the end. Make sure you subscribe to my channel once again and like this video. It shows the algorithm that the content is likable, okay? And I'll see you in my next one.